What's up? Roger Ratchet here. Today, we're going to be putting up a simple shelf, that's it. Nothing too drastic, just a shelf on the wall. And the reason being is, if I can get the camera to point down there, there we go. I need to get that up off of the floor. So, seeing as how I have limited space in my office area, we are going to put it right there on the wall. That's a simple job, guys, but yeah, there might be a few fellas out there that needs a tip or two. And as you can see, I've already got one shelf right here. It's just made out of a plain pine board, nothing special, just something to put crap on, get it up out of the way. But today, I'm using red oak, and I built a rustic style shelf. Now this shelf is basically two boards put together with little wood strips holding them together. And of course I took a little handheld router and put me a little design on the upper outside edge of it. And we're just going to mount it right here on the wall. Now, I know you guys probably can't see that, but I've already marked where my studs are right there, so I already know where I need to mount this thing. So, first thing we do is we get one of our brackets and we figure out how high we want it. And I think we'll start with this guy over here, because this can be moved if necessary, but I want this shelf to be as low as possible. So, we're probably going to put him right about right there. I'm just simply going to take one of my screws here, eyeball it with my stud mark, take my driver and drive him in. Now, one screw is all we want to do at this time, fellas, because we have got to know how high this other bracket's got to go. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to use this a level. We're just going to set this level up here and eyeball our other stud mark and raise and lower it until our bubble is right in the middle. Then we eyeball our stud mark again, which I am off of it a little bit. Get him lined back up. Get my bubble set back in the middle. Check again. Make sure I'm still lined up with my stud. And there's where we need him. So, we set our screw in the wall where we need him. Move this level down out of the way. And take our bit driver and run this one in. Yep, that's definitely in a stud. Now, we can do this one of two ways from here. We can lay our level down this way and make sure that it's flat against the flat side of the level on both sides. Or we can simply not worry about that level and grab our shelf itself. and just sit him here and make sure that it's square with both sides on it. And that looks pretty square to me. So at this point, we put our other screw in. On both of them. And now those brackets are locked in place. Now we've still got a loose shelf here, but what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we have the same amount of space on each side of our brackets. I mean, it doesn't have to be exact, guys, but if you're a perfectionist, you might want to take this step and, you know, perfectionist or OCD, anything. And that looks good right there. Now, this next step, guys, is fixing our shelf to our brackets. Now, the one thing you want to make sure of here is your screws. Make sure that you don't use too long of a screw to where it goes all the way through your board. You're merely wanting to hold that bracket to your shelf. You don't want your screw coming up and poking you and sticking into whatever you got sitting on it. So we come down here, we get our screw set where we want to put it in. Then we hold our shelf so it doesn't move. Getting started in there. Come over here to this side and do the same thing over here. And we'll come back here. I'll have to move this out of the way so I can have room to get my driver in here. We'll come back here and get this one in. And this one's a little bit hard to get the back ones in because I've got the brackets that has the brace that goes from one corner to the other. Because this is a computer component and I don't want it coming crashing down. So do your backing on the other side. Here. Now that one's in. And there you have it, guys. It's just as easy as that, and now I have a rustic style shelf that's actually going to look pretty good. Easy peasy, guys. Nothing greasy on this one. And sorry about the camera work, guys. I'm using a new camera, trying to get used to it. So until next time, I'm Roger Ratchet, and thank you for watching.